Monday night, and it's time for CPS News with Brent and Jessy. News that speaks your language.
Welcome everybody, and it's May, and things are really heating up in Puerto Vallarta. If this is the first time tuning in, thank you so much. If you always tune in, well, thank you so much too. But welcome to CPS News with Jessy and Brent. It is Monday, May 6th, and of course, welcome to my wonderful co-host. Hey Jessy, how are you?
I'm doing great, Brent. How are you?
I'm great, thanks for asking.
I'm glad you're doing well, and I hope you're doing well as well. Thank you for being here. We have a lot of important information, very interesting information, all of it in your language. So let's get ready for all of this, and please don't forget to comment or like this video if you're watching us on YouTube, all right? So let's get to it.
Let's do it, and it's time for our headlines. Let's go.
Welcome to CPS Evening News. Here's a glimpse of some of the exciting stories for tonight. Be sure to stay tuned to hear all the stories with an evening packed with news you won't want to miss. New flight route from Prague to Puerto Vallarta sparks excitement, but local access remains uncertain. Water woes worsen. Bugambilla's neighborhood plagued by persistent leak, and residents demand action. Multi-billion peso banking scandal unveiled in Bahía de Banderas. Notaries implicated in the state's largest embezzlement case. And finally, stay tuned for Brent's live interview tonight with Petra Miska of Amigos de los Arcos about their efforts to preserve one of our most beautiful areas and learn how you can have a positive impact. These stories and more are on CPS News Tonight with Jessy and Brent.
And next up, we told you last week a bit about a new direct flight to Prague. Now we have a few more details, and maybe it's time to kind of hit the air brakes a little bit before you book your travel.
Luis Villasenor Nolasco, director of the Puerto Vallarta Tourism Trust, has revealed that despite the exciting announcement of the new route from Prague, Czech Republic to Puerto Vallarta starting October of this year, local residents won't have direct access to the flight as it is a charter service. While unveiling of this flight has stirred enthusiasm among Vallarta residents, questions remain regarding its accessibility to Puerto Vallarta International Airport. Unfortunately, it's confirmed that this will not be an option. Villasenor Nolasco clarified that the flight will be operated by DER Touristik, a German tourism company, leasing an Airbus A350 with 432 seats through World to Fly airline. This arrangement aims to facilitate travel for visitors from major Czech cities such as Prague, Brno, Ostrava, as well as neighboring countries such as Germany, Poland, Slovakia, and Austria. The flight, lasting approximately 14 hours, offers package deals ranging from 60,000 to 120,000 pesos per couple, covering both airfare and all-inclusive accommodations. It's anticipated that over the 6-month period of its operation, the charter service will bring in over 10,000 European tourists. With information from Brenda Beltran, Renee Sproles, CPS News.
Well, I guess I'm canceling my reservations to Prague now. But we're still lucky to have so many other direct and one-stop destinations from our great city. Now this week we are going to be covering a lot of ocean and nature as we have Brent's live interview with the Amigos de los Arcos coming up. But here is an amazing story read by Rodrigo of a swimmer doing what she can for a whale population.
Mexican open water swimmer Stephanie Montero is preparing for her next challenge, the second whale swim across the Bay of Banderas, aimed at setting a new record and supporting marine conservation efforts. Montero, known for her courage, previously crossed the bay in 2023, covering 37.5 kilometers in 14 hours. Now in 2024, she plans to circumnavigate the entire bay in 6 stages, totaling approximately 127 kilometers. Montero's mission is to raise funds for whale conservation while raising awareness about environmental threats. With a dedicated team behind her, Montero is coordinating logistics and securing support from tourism authorities. This endeavor underscores the importance of protecting the Bay of Banderas from climate change and other challenges. Stephanie Montero and her team serve as leaders in marine conservation, inspiring global action to preserve our natural heritage. With information from Fernanda Bojorquez, Rodrigo López de Cerril, CPS News.
I really love that story, and I love what Stephanie is doing to help our whales. Now, on to some health information from our sponsor, who of course is Hospital Hoya. Are you prioritizing your health and well-being? Well, seize the opportunity to safeguard your wellness at Hospital Hoya, where a comprehensive range of services awaits you. Thorough medical checkups, advanced laboratory and imaging facilities, expert consultations with specialized physicians, including round-the-clock emergency care, state-of-the-art intensive care, and pediatric units, alongside various other amenities. For further details or to schedule an appointment, just reach out to them. And the number is 322-266-1010 or 322-226-8181. Stay updated on promotions and exclusive offers by following their social media profiles. Remember, your health and the health of your loved ones is paramount with Hoya Hospital, your trusted partner in health. Now back to you, Jessy, as she tells us about another stinky story of wastewater in our area.
Thank you, Brent. Now let me tell you, residents of Bugambilia's neighborhood have raised concerns to CPS News regarding a water leak persisting for over a month between Clavel Street and Bugambilia Street. The leak has spread along a stretch of 6 blocks, leaving streets covered in thick mud, creating a safety risk for pedestrians and vehicles alike. Despite reporting the issue to Puerto Vallarta, residents have yet to receive a response or resolution. They lament the waste of water, especially when many households lack access to it. Urgent action is requested from authorities to address this matter promptly, recognizing water as a critical resource that demands priority attention. Thanks so much, Itzia Rodriguez, for the information on this story.
Yuck. I feel bad for those residents that are dealing with it. And listen, if you have a similar problem with your street, don't feel like you're drowning out there in sewage. Just message us, put a YouTube comment in about it, and maybe we'll have a chance to come out and cover that on news and get you some help to focus on cleaning up your area too. We've got some good stuff coming up. We've got an interview coming up with the Amigos de los Arcos, and Petter, who's a personal friend of mine, is going to be here.
It's going to be a great interview, so stay tuned. And we have more information as well. But first, we got to go on a commercial break, and then we will be back.
CPS News. News that speaks your language.
Hey guys, we are back. Thanks for staying with us, and remember to keep watching after the news, is over, because the debate is going to be on right after us, and it's going to be an interesting one if you like politics, Mexican politics, especially when they're talking about our local politicians. You want to know about this. Now, a word from our real estate sponsor, Banderas Vallarta. Let me tell you about them. Are you looking to acquire your apartment or house in Puerto Vallarta or the Riviera Nayarit? Well, you want to do it with a reliable state agent with solid market knowledge and who provides proactive assistance to fulfill and achieve your goals. Please meet Marce Garcia, who together with Domus Vallarta, a leading real estate company, offers you a wide range of investment possibilities with developers of excellent trajectory. You can contact her today. Call her at 322-350-0097 or send her an email to the address right here on your screen. And now, in a sad and disturbing story about corruption, accusations, and ramifications, here's Rodrigo with the story.
Denuncié al alcalde interino Pepe Martínez y al alcalde con licencia Luis Alberto Michel. Además,
Councilor and Green Party syndicate candidate Francisco Sanchez Gaeta was buried recently, capping off a turbulent period. He had filed his last two complaints with the Anti-Corruption Prosecutor's Office of Jalisco just a week before. These complaints targeted former and interim mayors, along with municipal officials and current candidates. One complaint addressed procurement manager Rosalba Paola, accusing her of various crimes linked to the dubious case of phantom tankers registered under Sonia Garcia Hernandez's name. Over 5 million pesos were disbursed for these non-existent assets. During a council session, Municipal Treasurer Manuel Falafox revealed alarming expenditure figures, with 83% directed to supposed tankers owned by Sonia Garcia Hernandez. Sonia Garcia's inclusion in the municipality supplier registry raises suspicions, given the associated addresses private residence instead of business premises. Another complaint addressed fines imposed by the Federal Electricity Commission on the Puerto Vallarta municipality, implicating departing and interim mayors for actions violating municipal regulations and depleting public funds. This highlights the urgent need for accountability and transparency within the municipal administration, underscored by ongoing investigation and mounting evidence of malfeasance. With information from Carolina Gomez, Rodrigo López de Cerril, CPS News.
Of course, our condolences to Paco and his family. We're going to try to get more details on the story as we uncover it. Okay, now it's time to pay the bills, so let me tell you a bit about Coldwell Banker and the unique opportunity for you to own a piece of Vallarta. So, if you want to own a piece of Vallarta, you can, and it's an excellent opportunity with Coldwell Banker. Why? Because they offer you fractional properties in the charming romantic zone, providing benefits for both family vacations and investment. The fully furnished units ensure access to the beach, the pool, gym, whatever for your enjoyment. With fractional ownership, you receive a legal deed and the right to enjoy the apartment annually, either for your vacations or to generate a little additional income through the rentals. All this is starting from the low price of just 300,000 pesos, with financing options are also available. So create unforgettable memories here in Puerto Vallarta with Coldwell Banker La Costa. Get more details by visiting www.onebeachstreetpv.com.
Thanks, Brent, for that information about fractional properties from Coldwell Banker. Shout out to Susan and Nick, by the way. And well, now tell us a little bit about this talk thing.
Oh gosh, so do you think you can talk? Do you think you have what it takes to be the voice of our newscast? So every week you tune in, you hear the stories, you hear these amazing people talking, but we need more amazing people talking. So I'm not going to give you all the details quite yet. I think we'll tell you next week. But if you think you can talk and you think you can be a voiceover talent at CPS, it's going to be your chance, and you're going to get to hear yourself on the news every week.
Oh, yeah. But right now, we're going to our favorite segment, right?
Oh, what could it be?
What could it be? Could it be
Laura's Leisure List?
Thanks, y'all. This week, we've got an extra special list with cool ideas to celebrate some very special people in our lives and other fun activities in Vallarta and Bahía de Banderas. Celebrate Mexican Mother's Day on Friday, May 10th, a special occasion to honor the incredible mothers who fill our lives with love and warmth. While Mother's Day in the USA falls on Sunday, May 12th, let's take this day to show appreciation to all the amazing moms in Mexico on May 10th. There will be numerous events to celebrate, such as the special event at the Vallarta Botanical Garden. They will have live mariachi music, and admission is free for moms. Don't miss it. Join in celebrating Día del Maestro, Mexican Teacher's Day, on May 15th, a day dedicated to honoring the hard work and dedication of educators across Mexico. Let's recognize their invaluable contributions in shaping the minds and futures of generations to come. Get ready to feel the thrill as the engines roar and kites soar against the perfect backdrop of Bucerías and La Cruz. With over 5,000 extreme sports enthusiasts and kiteboarding aficionados, the second Nayarit Wind Festival is set to unleash a whirlwind of excitement along the Pacific coast of Mexico. From May 17th to May 19th, this vibrant event will transform Nayarit into the kiteboarding epicenter of the Americas. Featuring thrilling competitions ranging from breathtaking big air to the strategic foil regatta, the festival promises an unforgettable experience for participants and spectators alike. May 20th through 26th is Vallarta Pride. This is more than just a lively event. It's an initiative dedicated to promoting and defending the equality for the LGBTQ+ community. This annual celebration goes beyond fun and entertainment, encompassing cultural and artistic events, film festivals, sports, fashion shows, and more. The highlight is the Pride Parade, featuring creatively decorated vehicles and individuals dressed in rainbow colors, showcasing the city's commitment to diversity. Puerto Vallarta has become a prominent global destination for the LGBTQ+ Pride celebrations thanks to this annual event. More info on vallartapride.org. What a fun and uniquely special week ahead. Thanks for staying tuned to Laura's Leisures List. Now back to you guys for more news.
Well, thanks a lot, Laura. There are a lot of Mexican holidays in May. So when you see us out at the events or the holidays, don't forget to say hi and just come by, buy us a beer. We love that. Now let's get our nerd on and get automated. And how about some tech talk with our sponsor, Savvy Control Home? So, do you frequently rent vacation apartments or Airbnb properties and find yourself facing hefty bills for electricity and water? Did you know that you can effortlessly, easier said than done, manage your home's lighting, air conditioning, and security remotely without being physically present? Well, with Savvy Control Home, you can make a significant long-term savings. Take charge of your home's automation and control it from anywhere in the world. Just visit them at Carretera Punto de Mita, kilometer 1.5, local 9, which is in La Cruz, or just reach out to them at 329-114923 for further details. Simplify your home with Savvy Control Home. So now I'd like to introduce you to one of my great friends, Petar Mishka, who is somebody I've gone diving with. I really love their cause. As a matter of fact, you're going to see his videos and photos right behind us. They're pretty amazing. This is Petar Mishka, and he's going to tell us all about the Amigos de los Arcos. Welcome to the show.
Hey, Brent. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. So let's get started. I would love to know about your background and how did you get involved with Amigos de los Arcos?
Okay, well, I was born in the Czech Republic. You can see I'm not really from here.
Well, you look okay to me. All right, fair enough.
But I moved to Vallarta very shortly after I graduated as a biologist and spent about a decade and a half taking pictures of the animals on the western coast of Mexico, but mostly on land. In order to give the nature some promotion, I did a few documentaries. I launched the website, mobile app, and some of your audience might know my field guide called Viva Natura.
Nice.
And then a few years ago, I shifted my focus and I started taking photos mainly underwater, so ocean and underwater life. And that's how I met Cesar Ortega, the leader of our group, of Amigos de los Arcos,
Yes.
and all the other volunteers that work with us on the cause.
Yeah, and I know Cesar too, and you guys are so passionate about this, and it's such a great cause, and I love being a part of it. One of the reasons why we have you here on the show. But I know why it's so special. I know why Los Arcos is so special because I've been down there so much. But why don't you help our viewers? Like, what is so special about Los Arcos? Why is it even worth protecting?
Right. Okay, well, when you visit Los Arcos and you are either standing on the beach or you're on the boat, you probably see the beautiful rock formations and you see some birds roosting on the tops and you will see some fish that are close to the surface. But for you to understand truly the variety and the beauty, you would have to dive. You have to go underwater. Because the diversity underwater is much larger than it is above the surface. On the surface you see tropical forest, you see the beach, that are basically right there on the coast. But as you go down underwater, you will find patches of sand, might be the home to stingrays and so on. Then from time to time you will find small rock formations, you will find some small reefs. Sea turtles love them, there's fish around them, there's obviously coral cover. And then there are larger pinnacles like the one that you know at Bajo del Cristo. But surprisingly, also behind the main islet, there is a sheer drop-off that goes down to about 1,200 feet, maybe more. And we can only guess what's all the way down there. So the diversity is immense.
That's amazing.
On such a small area.
Beautiful. I mean, that sounds amazing. I've seen it, you're right. I've seen the drop-off. I think it's pretty amazing. It kind of scares my wife a little bit. But So it sounds amazing, it sounds beautiful, it seems like naturally everybody would want to protect it, but what are the challenges that you're facing about conserving it? It seems like everybody would be on board, but obviously you've created this because everybody's maybe not behind you in protecting it.
Yeah, it sounds kind of simple to us, right? I mean, something that beautiful that we see right there and was basically given to us by the previous generations in custody, and to bring its, beauty to the future and to the future generations. I mean, it basically requires no explanation, at least like that's what one think.
Right.
But as always, we kind of battle with indifference, and the indifference usually comes from ignorance, right? People just don't know enough about the place, right? And that's where, for example, these pictures come in, right? You need to show people that it's something beautiful, that it's worth protecting, and then you need to bring them on board and tell them how they can help you.
Okay,
right?
so it's a lot of education is what you're doing.
That's correct.
The videos are seeing what's
That's
down
correct.
there, why is it worth saving? I think that's great. And if people don't get involved and they don't step up and get behind your cause, in your opinion, what's going to happen 5, 10, 15, 20 years down the road?
You could simplify this. The Los Arcos will never go anywhere. The rocks will still be there, but the place will lose its charm, right? It's going to be hard to convince people to come and see a place where, you know, the rocks are empty of life and if there's nothing to see on the water. So you will still have the geography, but the life will be gone forever.
So that'll affect simple things like tourism, but more importantly, the animals, the corals, the life down there will be destroyed, and it's happening all over the world. I mean, I know that's not just here, but we've seen that unfortunately everywhere. So of course, people are going to want to know, like, how do you get involved with this? How do they step up? I think we're going to show the website here on the TV station so you can get involved that way. But what can people do to help?
Okay, so we're all volunteers. You don't have to sign up for a job with us or anything like that. Anyone can do something about the issue. On the website that hopefully you can show, which is easy to find, it's called losarcos.org. Right on the front page, I put a little form where you can basically sign up and kind of like tell us a little bit about yourself and ways that you could help us. You could help us in many ways. We need volunteers because there's always a lot to do, right? Whether it is, you know, distributing our decalogue of best practices, or whether it is our regular beach cleanups, or simply if you have, I don't know, let's say social media channel that's pretty active, you can help us somehow give visibility to this topic, right? If you have the means, you can help us with funds. They are always very appreciated. And also, you might have some expertise. You might be a biologist, you might be a lawyer. Many times we need things like that, you know, help establish, you know, certain plans and so on. And also, you might be a graphic designer. There's so many things that you can do. And there might be things that we haven't even thought of yet, right? So if you have an idea, contact us through the website. We'll be happy to talk to you.
Well, and I stood beside you last July because I know you guys have an event every July. I think it's every July, but you and I were there. So maybe tell our viewers a little bit about like what happens in July briefly, if they can be there. And then, and sadly, we're gonna have to move on, but we're gonna have you on the radio soon too. I mean, you're gonna get more information soon, but just tell them very briefly what's happening in July.
Okay, very important date, pencil it in your calendars, is the 28th of July. And that's going to be the 3rd anniversary of what we call El Día de los Arcos de Mismaloya. And this was actually one of the first achievements of our group to convince the local government, the municipality of Puerto Vallarta, to establish one day of the year as the day dedicated to the celebration of Los Arcos. So we're still working on the venue, but something will happen, something interesting. Come and see us there.
How excited. I like the tease. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Petra. We could talk for an hour about this. I'm so passionate about that. But we have to go to our sponsor now, and it's going to be Jessy. And Jessy's going to talk to you a little bit about how to up your Spanish game. Like my friend Petra, who's got really good Spanish, even though he's from the Czech Republic. Here's Jessy about American English Tree.
Thanks, Brent. Great interview, by the way. And now let me tell you guys this. You can unlock the door to a world of language through American English Tree's Dynamic Institute. They offer both in-person and online classes with an excellent program for seamless learning of Spanish and English. And when you register as a Spanish student, you provide a 100% English scholarship to a child in need. Join in spreading the joy of language and making a positive impact in our community. Reach out to get started at 322-236-5924 or visit them at Plaza Caracol, right behind the bowling alley. Mention CPS News and receive a 10% discount on your lesson plan. Remember, American Englishry, speak it, understand it, enjoy it. Now for our last story, here is Leisure List Laura with the festival you won't want to miss.
On May 4th, Tewa hosts its 4th Oyster Festival, expecting more than 2,000 attendees and a 4 million peso boost to the economy. Featuring 2 tons of oysters, the festival will showcase renowned chefs from Puerto Vallarta, a local chef, and a mixologist. Free admission includes sampling 3 oysters and a drink. Live music, including reggae and cumbia, and the biggest oyster contest are highlights. The festival aims to promote Cabo Corrientes beaches, boost tourism, and establish Tewa as the oyster capital. Water taxis and scheduled transportation from El Tuito ease access to the event starting at noon. Arturo Davlos Peña, Director General of Beach Tourism, emphasizes the festival's role in promoting the region's gastronomy, traditions, and a locally produced raicilla. This festival is a crucial platform for showcasing Cabo Corrientes' culinary delights and cultural richness. With information from Brenda Beltran, Laura Lane, CPS News.
Well, thanks for that really interesting story, Laura, who also happens to be my wife, and so I don't mind her covering an oyster fest every now and then, if you know what I mean.
It's going to be wonderful. If you can make it to it, I'll see you there because I love oysters too.
And for those of you sticking with this channel, a little bit later, we've got the debate coming up right after this on CPS News. How exciting.
Yes, keep watching, please. And, well, we're done with the news, so I hope you have a wonderful night, and I will see you next Monday.
News that speaks your language.
Soy Claudia Delgadillo, la candidata de Morena y de mi cabecita de algodón. En Jalisco ya se van los naranjas que están en contra de los programas sociales y nomás gobiernan para unos cuantos. Con honestidad alcanza para más. Junto a mi tocaya pondremos